What's up, everyone, and welcome to World Building with Xizta and Omikins, Week 4. Uh, Last week, we had worked on a new race for the world, the Aladiles, which we've posted in our Discord. If you do not have our Discord, check out the link below the video or below in Twitch, and you will be able to get that. Preview of what we did last week, right here. On the screen, we have the male and the female Aladiles. We experimented with hair on the lady, and did not really look that good. I personally don't think it looks awful, but I don't think it looks good either. Just clarifying that. And then Wally Gator, we had to make up our own version of Wallace. So, yeah. So this week, I think we're just gonna touch up, not touch up, but work on the map. I think a little bit more.
All right.
So we'll come back. What I want to do within the next week or two is hammer down the wiki, and we're gonna get your guys' help in the Discord. Figure out a kind of a name for maybe the world or the theme or something that we can use. I don't really want it to be like a temporary placeholder name. I want it to be an actual name. So, like think of the MMO Rift, for example. Like the name of the world is not Rift, but Rift is the concept. So it could be something along that line, those lines. So you can weigh in on the Discord. We'll get a poll up or something, so you guys could help us out with that. But this is where we left off. We started working on this leftmost island. We got a lighthouse going on over there. We got a swamp. The swamp is where the Aladiles live. I think we actually may want to extend the swamp a bit below it. I think having a bigger region for the Aladiles to thrive in might be good. Doesn't necessarily have to be attached to the continent. I'm thinking it could be islands and stuff that are broke off, and it's just kind of like marshland,
Right.
more marshland than swamp. But I don't know. The more I was thinking about it, I was like, this is a really small area for such a badass race that we've created, and I know that this is not going to be where they're isolated to, but I think I almost want to make this their primary location. So if this is their primary location, I think it's got to be a little more to it. So I don't know. Yeah, let's kind of extend it down below it.
Not over the lines, like a deep's brain. Where is the layer with the swamp? There it is.
There it is.
So I don't know exactly how long or where you want to take
Yeah,
it to.
that's good. Yeah, so definitely think extend that out into like some marshlands. You don't have to redraw the shape of the continent or anything or the island. But yeah, I think we could just include some maybe break off islands or little things in there along to keep the shape of it going. So you keep like that swamp water in that area. So it's not just ocean water at that point. But I think that would be goodish. We could expand from there. Now, do we have any idea what we want to do with this cave? Have you thought? anything into
in there.
that, or is that something that we'll come back to?
I think that's something that we can come back to and flesh out. Really, right now we want to focus on the surface and not the underbelly of the what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. So I know at one point we were talking about having frog creatures,
Mhm.
frog people as well in this swamp. Is that something you think is still going on here, or
I was actually thinking of putting them up in the plateau area,
okay?
making them like tree frogs, like jungle tree frogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing. I was it was it Rachel or Sev that came up with the idea initially?
Yeah, one of them. I'm not. I don't remember, to be honest.
Okay. Um, yeah, I think the jungle tree frogs would work well up in here. Kind of like a humanish settlement here, because both like farming areas like this and a lighthouse that to me that seemed that screamed human.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we wanna do we wanna start fleshing out up here or just move on a little island for now?
Um, I mean that's completely up to you. Um, I'm trying to think of like what else would be the terrain for like do we want to keep because we have like it goes swamp to jungle and that's not really too far off to be honest because uh usually
Not at all.
wooded areas like jungles when the water becomes stagnant um that's when you get swamplands so
Hmm?
the actually very accurate when it comes to that so but proceeding further I don't know if making like we had talked at one point of having like a desert
I
in
think
this area and I think that's too much
mhm.
personally.
Um, I think we're more or less having. I think a desert would be more like on the bigger continent over here.
Okay. So in that regard, we should probably do more jungle. I think to keep it consistent
Okay.
up up north of
Mhm.
this little island.
And just there. You said to add a few little
Mm-hmm.
dooley dudes down there. Alrighty. So do we want to keep this more plains and then go back into jungle so that there can be a little bit more like, I don't know, farming area?
I don't know. I have to see the area. Um, I'd say probably about the top of. So you see how we have like the plateau that comes up and then that has that dip for the water. I think there should be a dip down in the back as well, but that is dipping into more jungle. Um, and then everything to the left of the plateau could remain farmland.
So what you're saying is that there should be another bit of river coming off over here.
No, 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 nothing to do with the river.
Oh,
I'm just saying there should be a plateau there to
well, there
get up and
is.
like a pathway plateau, like the land is you can traverse that without having to climb. Like exactly like we have the water, but without the water.
I need to start naming some of these. did I put that line? That one little line. Where the hell did I put it?
Yeah, the one
What
line we
layer?
want to remove is the one line that will not remove. It's probably on the base. Uh, yeah, there you go.
Get off my screen. Okay. So what now we want, you said you want some sort of path.
Well, I
Sounds,
don't. I don't necessarily mean it's got to be an actual like physical path, but I just mean terrain to navigate. If you wanted to climb up that way, you could.
okay. Well, there it is.
Because we haven't decided what we're doing to that left area of the oasis yet.
Right here, no. There were talks that we should put like a town up there or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, depending on what we. Because if we go with the tree frogs, we may not use a village over there. They may actually be in the trees of um, the thing, and then we may decide to put trees there if that's if that's the case. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, um, so I think we should just lay out some more jungle area. But you, like I said, the whole left side there, I think is going to be plains,
Mm-hmm.
farmland area.
Okay. Um, so, hmm,
So I'd probably draw the farmland area first, so you know where
this
your
is,
cutoff is.
I don't need to do that because this is all farmland here, right? And you just want the jungle to continue this way from this
Yeah.
point? Yeah, that's fine. I made a special layer just for the jungle, so if I need to get rid of any of it, I'll
Okay.
just be getting rid of the jungle and nothing else. So, I'm gonna use the marker and I'll go in and start laying down color. I think before we do that though, what I need to do
Is
uh like harsh landscapes. Like, are there any kind of mountainish stuff in this jungle?
oh, I don't know.
Like, is there a giant crater
No.
that has water running into it?
Mm,
Nice waterfall and some water down in here.
Uh, maybe.
Maybe?
Actually, what I really kind of like is instead of a crater, it's technically a crater, but it's a volcano,
You want a volcano
an inactive volcano. It's been inactive
for a very
for
long time. Okay,
as
so
long
we
as
will.
anyone can remember.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll stick the volcano up in the top.
But this volcano is so old that it is overgrown,
Hmm.
uh, and inside it is not hot anymore. It is. It's been inactive for so long. There's actually life in there.
Hmm. What's gonna live down in
I
there?
don't know. I have
Okay,
absolutely no idea.
all right. So this is just the base outline for this inactive volcano.
Hmm. Yeah, and then at some point we could even draw a map of what the inside of the volcano looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Um, Alrighty. So, since this is kind of its own little section, um, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start adding a little bit of a beach. How does that sound? Just around this little area, just to get some color in.
yeah, that's fine. Are we gonna do like a more rocky style beach or a sand
I'm
beach?
just,
Because sand beach, if we're gonna go desert, make sure the desert is gonna overlap to the opposite side of the island. So when we do the desert, it's gonna be above it. I
mhm.
think.
I figure like this is a good part of like this is the lush part of the jungle, like the deep part of the jungle, or not many people like to venture because it's so thick that it's just overrun by dangerous dangerousness. Did you want to start lower, or is this good to work up here and then work to the middle?
I mean, we would start lower.
As in, like, start working down here, work
Oh, it
up,
doesn't matter.
or okay, we'll do this then. My brain works better this way so far. I'm just gonna take colors and just go wild for now, just to lay it down.
Mm-hmm.
Got any other ideas coming in?
No, no, right
Just
now. I know that that's something I was thinking about since we started this. Is I always wanted to do that with the volcano.
okay.
Have it be the complete opposite of what you expect. Because a volcano you expect to destroy, not
Mm-hmm.
create. You know, so I like that whole concept.
That life exists in it.
Yeah, I don't know what we want to put in it. Um, there could even be areas where there's subterranean caverns that lead to um, lava. You know, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the presence of lava does not necessarily make it active.
Well, no, there's lava under us right now, but there's no active volcanoes, correct?
Maybe.
Maybe. Are you sure?
I mean, there's active volcanoes in the world, but
In the world, yes, but I'm saying like in our particular areas.
um, I think there is an active one in New York, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I gotta move.
I I thought there was anyway. I could be wrong.
I know, I don't think Mount St. Helens is near here, right? That's more westerly. I mean, I don't know. I don't know geography around here. I should, but I don't.
I could have sworn there. I gotta look. Hold on. No, there's no active volcanoes in New York. There are volcanoes.
Okay.
Yeah, the nearest active volcano to where we live right now is Yellowstone. So
Oh, geez, that's up in Canada.
what?
Yellowstone Park?
Yeah,
Isn't Yellowstone in
no,
Canada?
that's in
No?
Wyoming.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a Yellowstone in Canada too.
Oh, okay.
Mm, apologies. That's good coffee. Okay. So we want this. This is overgrown. It's overgrown. Still needs some dirt on it though. Can't really get into too much detail. I mean, we could probably bring some trees over. Not the same trees that are over by the oasis, but some kind of tree.
Yeah.
And just place it all over the all over the volcano so that people get the idea.
I like your smudge technique.
Hmm.
Said I like your smudge technique.
Yeah, I love this brush. I mean, usually when I do any kind of digital work, I'm kind of cell shading. So there's hard lines, and then, you blur some areas just to make it a little bit softer. But
Yep. Yeah, I know we could say this volcano has not erupted in thousands upon thousands of years. It could be something where all of a sudden it decides to start erupting in the near future.
yeah, we get some pesky humans getting all meddly and stuff, and they decide to start to dig, and they awaken the guardian of this little area or something and pisses them off,
Mm.
and they start to cause a little bit of fire and brimstone.
And then who knows what's actually living in there right now? There could be a whole
Mm-hmm.
set of lava crocodiles.
Lava crocodile. I wanna like say, I don't know, like almost prehistorically sized bats or something.
Mm. Interesting.
Like something that's just a regular, almost a regular animal, but they're just oversized because it's just so wonderful
So like
inside this.
what was it? World 3 in Mario Brothers? 4, 5?
Uh,
Mario 3 Giant Land?
sure.
The giant Koopa Troopas? The giant Goombas?
Okay.
Like the regular Goomba was twice the size of Mario.
That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. You never played Mario 3?
I'm sure I did, but I have the worst memory when it comes to things that I've done when I was a child.
I
Video games like that being one of them.
don't even know with you anymore.
I mean, a good amount of games I also didn't play myself. I tend to like watching people play. That's why Twitch is amazing for me because I still get to experience the game without actually, um, because I'm pretty terrible. I mean, it's not like people have seen me play, say, Shovel Knight or Woolly World with other people, but um, Dom has experienced it, so I'm pretty terrible.
It's an
So
experience.
I uh I can't complete games in most cases, so I watch people play.
It is
It,
definitely an experience. I cannot wait to see you play the new Zelda.
oh God. I'm looking forward
I might have to
to
give you
it.
my old capture card just to make this happen.
Maybe. I'm so excited though. I haven't been this excited for a console in a very, very long time.
Yeah, a Nintendo Switch would be good.
Hmm.
Then maybe if somebody makes a game with our world, we could play it on the Switch.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? And then everybody that participated in the chat will have their names in the credits. Wouldn't that be
Mm-hmm.
awesome?
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh, I like that up there. I really like that up there.
Yep, looking good. Looking good.
So now I'm gonna go into a little bit of detail, and it's gonna be sketchy scratchy, so
Mm-hmm. Okay.
just so that it looks like we have. No, not that big. Not that big. That's the wrong color. So we know that there's it's foliage. There's lots of it there.
Yep. Excuse me 1 second.
Nope. No excuses. None of that.
Okay. Back.
Okay.
Do you want some thick foliage in there?
Hmm. Just to give us all an idea of how lush this jungle is.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do this more of a jungle or more of a like rainforest?
Um,
Because if we're
right.
doing the tree frogs, tree frogs are very rainforesty.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a rainforest is more because I mean, I feel like this area is very tropical already because of the way the oasis works and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. So,
Hmm. So,
What's up?
we gonna include any more bodies of water
Oh, we definitely can.
nearby?
I mean, while I'm going through here and kind of cleaning it up, you can possibly figure that out.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because we're so zoomed in. I can't see the rest of it, like where it would fit good.
Okay. So just let me clean this up a little bit. Um, so we can, run a little bit of water through like a little river. Possibly, let me
Figure that
find the
all the
other.
runoff from the volcano, you have all the rain that collects on there, it runs off, would kind of form a maybe like a little something at the bottom, and then maybe goes out just to where the land juts out, just under that, on the left hand side.
Over here.
Yeah, just under that. So it would. I said under it, not through it. Yeah, yeah. So
So,
somewhere about there.
and that's where it comes out.
That's where it goes out to. Yeah.
So we can just like have a river kind of winding this way.
Yeah. Winding kind of like the Amazon or something.
Yeah, it's kind of where.
Give it some kind of snake themed name. That's another thing we're gonna have to come up with soon. Probably we're probably gonna stick to a lot of the naming schemes and stuff in the Discord server. So if you want to be part of the naming of any of these areas, definitely join up on the Discord for that.
Definitely.
Because naming is something that you're probably gonna want to go back and forth with debates and ideas and bounce some stuff off each other. So uh, names are kind of a little more on the difficult side to do on a live stream like this. Sometimes you get a name though that right away and you're just like, yep, that's it.
Hmm.
So, not saying we'll ever rule out taking names in the live streams.
Just doing this really quick because I need to have it have a hard edge, especially if I'm putting colors behind it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna blend it in with the that tool I like, the smudger. What about Ted Cooper?
Forget what did we say we were gonna call Ted Cooper? I think it was his what's his stage name? Bruce Cooper. Bruce's act or Ted Cooper's actor Bruce. Bruce the bearded dragon.
I don't know who I got into an argument with over that, and they're like, "No, it's this kind of lizard." I'm like, "No, it's a bearded dragon." I can't remember. I was like, "No, I know exactly what that is because my cousin had one,
Mm-hmm.
and they stink." Just saying. I mean, it could have been just my cousin not knowing how to take care of them, but it kind of stunk.
Yeah, that might have been it too.
Okay.
Well, if you don't change a lot of reptiles' cages and stuff, they really start smelling.
Hmm.
You got to keep up on those.
I remember my friend had a bunch of like little geckos, and every time he went on holidays, my mom had to feed it crickets,
Mm.
and she hates bugs.
Oh, that's
It
fantastic.
was hilarious to watch her.
I used to have frogs, and used to have crickets as well. Get them from the pet store, and then they
Hmm.
chirp all night, and they're the worst. And you get that one that like escapes or gets out of
Oh
the
yeah.
aquarium, and then it's running around the house. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, there was an option that, either um he'd let me because he would go away for weeks at a time. And so it was the choice of either having his cages brought to the house and kept in my room, or for my mom to go to his house with the key and stuff and feed them crickets. My mom didn't want the crickets getting loose, so she decided that it was the better option just to go to his house and her herself feed the things the crickets.
Yeah.
So Dom does have crickets.
Not anymore.
No?
Nope, they're all gone.
All gone. They're coming back. Slowly but surely they'll be back.
Nope.
No? So I don't know how to make this particular inactive um word, volcano, look overgrown, other than putting a lot of stuff
Shrubbery
like
on the
on it.
actual, yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't look right to me right now anyways. I'll figure something out.
'Cause you have like the the crag, the like all the rocky areas on the thing, and then they start growing plants and bushes and weeds, and in
Hmm.
some cases even trees, depending on the size of the platform that
Okay,
the rocks
so
and stuff are on.
kind of looks like Angora. Not really. Angora
Angora's a crater, not a
is a
volcano. Yeah,
cradle. Cradle.
Crato. Yeah, that's the name of our volcano, Crato.
Sure. I wouldn't mind calling it Credo. You should actually type that down.
Yeah, you want me to write that down?
Yeah, write that down. Um,
Oh, my hand is totally off base on the keyboard. I'm hitting equals instead of backspace.
I should be putting this on a different layer. I'm a doofus brain. Doofus brain, doofus brain. Actually, I think I can erase that without affecting anything else.
Okay. Just please no bugs. Dinos, sure. I don't know. Maybe there'll be beetles the size of people.
We were already talking about like this is an inactive volcano, but inside of it, it actually withholds life. And I was saying like maybe inside is like supersized bats and stuff like that.
Bats the size of people, but they're not bat people. I can't wait until we start working on like an undead type area.
Why?
Bat skeetos. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the bat mosquitoes can live in the volcano, or around the volcano, even.
Yeah, we actually have an area in the Discord now, Sev, where you can have the submissions that uh,
You're d
your
Seb.
daughter, yeah, where your daughter drew some stuff. So you can actually submit it and put it in there, and then we can get it and show it on the stream and stuff. That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can even do that right now, because I mean, what I'm doing is relatively meh, you know?
Hmm.
What I'm doing is relatively just whatever. So, I mean, if she can get them up right now, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. She's got to scan them and everything, so that's not coming up now.
Oh, okay.
Not in time for the stream anyway, but maybe next week or something. Yeah, see, now you got it. White trees,
I'm gonna go in with a different color. I'm just
albino trees,
sure. That'd be cool.
the albino forest.
Hmm. I mean, I didn't have to do that, but I don't know. So we kind of got a river down there. Working that out.
Yeah, I know Savannah had drawn some concepts for a couple different creatures. The bat skeeto is one of them. Um, I don't remember what the other ones were offhand, but I remember they were all really interesting. I liked them all. So, like I said, we'll do our best to incorporate as much of things as we can in that get submitted.
Bestiaries are huge for
Yeah,
worlds and stuff, so
and maybe actually that's something we could do at the very end of the stream is maybe create a concept for like one creature or something like that.
sure.
Be it either for the swamp area or the volcano area. Doesn't matter, one of the two.
I mean, yeah. I do have a few concepts that I have sketched up recently that I could put up into the Discord just to, get juices flowing, like creative juices flowing for other people as well. Um, I just got to refine them a little bit.
Yeah. No, I think you could fill in these colors and stuff off stream. This is
Yep.
just getting the idea, the general thing.
Mhm.
But so we're gonna have kind of a beach around the whole side there. Just go up top to the next continent, um, and just mark somewhere. I think we're gonna have desert in this general that corner, that top corner right there.
Okay.
Just you don't have to go nuts on it. Just something
Nope.
to remind
I'm
us that it's desert.
I'm right up here.
Yep.
That's where you want it.
Yeah, I don't know the exact size or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do that, right? Do you want me to just quickly
Yeah,
give it
just
like
distinguish. Yeah,
a
distinguish
yellow
as
tone?
desert, so we know. But I think that'll be
Just gonna give it a yellow tone, and we can fix it later.
Yeah.
Oops. How did that happen? Oh, I put it. Okay. Gosh darn it. That's what happens when you're clicking too fast.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. It does have the Cave of Wonders. We're gonna
I
do
think
something
she's
like.
asking, will this desert have the Cave of Wonders?
I mean, we can have something like it, right?
Instead of a tiger head, it's a lion head. Maybe.
Maybe
Maybe the genies of the lamps all live there.
all of the
All
genies,
of them.
all of the genies of the
All
lamps,
of the genies of the lamps.
not just one, all of them.
Well, maybe one is all of them.
Oh, this is true. Maybe there's only one, the last of its kind.
Somebody wished all the other genies out of existence.
Well, that's a dick move.
Yeah.
That is a total dick move.
Yep.
Okay.
See, that was the thing with genies that I never understood is you couldn't wish for more wishes, but why couldn't you wish for more genies?
That could grant more wishes. Maybe that's a loophole nobody's ever thought of but you. You
Yeah,
have outsmarted the genies.
I have. I have.
That looks really good all zoomed out.
Mm-hmm.
If you see down here, we extended the swamp so that the the Aladiles have more to work with. And I even added a little couple islands down here for them.
Yeah, there might actually be more land masses in there, but we'll figure that out.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe you want to work on some concept for some creatures now.
Sure. So,
So we gotta figure out, do we want to do something for the swamp or something for the rainforest or something for the volcano area? Because I think the volcano, we should probably wait on the volcano area,
hmm
because it's
I think
unknown what's in there right now.
so. We're gonna put I'm pointing at my screen as if you can see. Um,
You can just
but
move your cursor around.
yeah. So
There you go.
the volcano area is part of the rainforest, but like the main rainforest area is right at this bend here.
Um, I thought the rainforest extended down to the oasis.
Okay, well, all right. So that's a big area. All right,
Yeah,
so we can put a lot of. So
yeah,
let's
exactly.
work on a jungle animal because there's a lot of space there. So
Yeah, the
new.
oasis is part of it, and then like that whole plateau that like the farmland and stuff. Um, it's where the jungle kind of receded, um, and it's just kind of they turn that into the farmland,
Mhm.
and then the swamp from where the water gets cut off from time to time from the oasis and turns into the swamp area.
Okay.
That island is where their hairstylists are. Yes, for the Lady Aladile hairstylists.
Right there. It's
Yeah,
Stylist
right.
Island.
Betty's. Yep.
It's Betty's.
All nothing but Betty's live on that island.
Oh, it is possible to say like, they collect like boar hair and stuff and make wigs
Hmm.
and they're all born bald and they don't want to be bald, so they make wigs.
That would be hysterical, actually.
It would be. All right. So, where do I start?
I don't know. We're doing rainforest or we're doing swamp.
Yeah. Whatever anybody wants. Like, um, like what would the Aladiles be sharing their habitat with? Um, the jungle is vast, or the rainforest is vast, so there's probably lots of
Um, Definitely some kind of like bog monster.
bog monster.
Yeah,
Okay.
we definitely have to have a bog monster.
A bog monster.
Be like made of moss and
Always got to start with a circle, guys and girls, or a circle-ish thing. A cheetah monkey.
actually what you know that series you've been working on your
Yeah.
little monsters. Why don't you create a bog monster as one of them first and see what the baby would look like, and then we can go from there and make the full size adult.
Um, Let me see. I mean, I do have a little slime monster
No, no, no. I'm saying like in that style.
in
So
that style, so draw something in that style first.
we'll
I'm just
start
double
off,
checking to make sure
kind
I don't
of
have something
yeah.
like
No,
already
you don't.
going.
Not
I
mossy or anything. So
no,
that's what
okay.
I'm saying.
So, okay, I get what you're saying.
I know you have one that has like mushrooms and fungus. You could include a mushroom or something. I don't think it would have more than like one or two, on him.
All right.
Just kind of
So,
whatever grows in the swamp, just kind of like incorporate that kind of stuff
and this
onto
one.
it.
So what I usually start with when I make these monsters is I think about how many eyes they're going to have.
Okay.
So, I've drawn a lot of one-eyed monsters because they just seem cuter to me. I don't know. Um,
I'm not touching that one.
you're not, no, of course you're not. Um, I usually sketch these out in my sketchbook first, so this is different.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like bog monsters only have one eye.
Okay.
They only have one eye. And then they're goopy. So that's its eyelid, kind of. I don't know what
I
I'm
love that
doing.
little branch coming out of its eyelid. I love that.
Well, this is the eyelid. So this is like where the eyelid would be kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is going onto its head now.
Okay.
I don't like how it's too fat on that side. So I feel like it would have really long, droopy, goopy arms
Okay.
like that.
It'd be really funny if it had really long droopy goopy arms, but it walked on its arms and it had really short stubby legs that floated above it, like above the ground because it was walking on its arms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what I just did, right?
Yeah, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. I really like that.
I'm good with the cartoony stuff. It's when we start getting into like the semi-realism where I'm like, I am so lost, guys. Oh my God, what
So you
is
can
all
you
this?
can still stylize realism as cartoony.
Well, I mean, that's what we did with the Aladiles. That was still kind of rough for me. It was on the tougher side, but it needs more branches and moss. Um,
I absolutely love this thing already.
all right. What else would a swamp monster kind of obtain as they move through the
Uh,
swamp?
Mushrooms,
A,
fungus.
a mushroom. So do we want like,
I don't want it as like a crown. That's the two. That's like the obvious thing to do is give him a mushroom crown.
do we want a mushroom like this coming off the side
Yeah,
or
I think
like
that would be good.
so like the mushrooms that kind of like look like they hang off the sides of the trees?
Yeah, yeah.
Like so. I mean, we can even do little just coming off of him. I mean,
What if? What if you took his mouth out and you gave him on the reverse side? You gave him like a Venus flytrap in the back of his head,
what?
like a Venus flytrap style mouth in the back of his head.
Like back here?
Like no, like the literal back, like where his eye is, but the other side of his head. Like his
How
mouth
much?
is in the back of his head,
Yeah, I get that, but like you want the
so he
Venus
doesn't
fly.
he doesn't have a mouth in front like at all.
So would it come around like
No,
this
you
and
wouldn't
then
see it. You wouldn't see it from the back. It's actually embedded the same way the eye is. Like you wouldn't see it from the front. You'd only see it from the back. It's embedded into his body just like the eye is, but on the other side of him.
all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, take this right now, copy him, copy the monster, and then paste him next to himself and mirror it. Ugh. I said next to himself, not on top of himself.
Kind of looks like a Cthulhu monster like that.
Looks like an owl or something. And then erase the eyeball. And then like a Venus flytrap. Let me I'll send you on Skype kind of like the idea of what I was thinking.
Oh Jesus. All right. Um, that's spooky. How does a I mean, I know what a Venus he do, you know what? He does need a little pet. You know what? I'm gonna give him a mouse Sev. I'm gonna give him a little mousey. So I'm gonna move this guy over. All right. You've linked me other things. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just linking other versions of
Ugh, they're so creepy.
Venus
It's like,
flytraps for reference.
ugh,
Yeah, oh,
it,
I know.
ugh.
Because if you have Venus flytraps that are, to me, they're jungle, right? And then
Hmm.
this thing is so close to like a rainforest. So having something like this in the swamp does not seem uh, out of the ordinary to me.
I
Yeah,
mean, it
it's
seems,
a carnivorous plant native to subtropical wetlands, so it's perfect.
you know what was super duper creepy about them? Oh, no, 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 what I was thinking of. It's really
I'm thinking,
impractical for a
I'm
monster
thinking,
like this
I'm
to
thinking
have
not to have
its,
it that way though. I'm thinking to have it sideways, not a traditional mouth where it's up and down, but side, like. Sorry, I didn't clarify on that.
yeah, I think it's really impractical for a monster to have a mouth in its back.
Exactly.
It's just like it's so goopy, it just falls over backwards and then nom 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 and then stands back up and keeps going.
Yeah, but this bog monster doesn't. It doesn't necessarily have to survive off this. It could gain sustenance through um, osmosis, like it's absorbing the swamp water and eating bacteria and particles and things this way. Um, but just like the Venus flytrap, who does not have eyes, it eats insects and things that fall into its mouth. So it's not
Well,
necessarily.
it does lure them with like a sweet smell. Like it's
Yeah,
sweeter smelling than most other flowers, and that's
right.
why.
So this is not necessarily to eat predators like bears and cats and people and things, but. And don't forget, since it's walking on its hands, the adult could even kick its legs out, swing them so it would fall under, like whatever. If the hands would walk over the person, kick the legs out, and then fall down on it and eat it that way. If it was
Mm,
gonna do that, you know.
I don't know how to get the goopiness of the monster in its back. It just kind of looks like it's open all the time.
Hmm.
I think it's because I removed some of the shape up here because it is his backside, so it's not going to be the same.
Right, right, right.
Like you can still see the moss here, but you can't see this part that's there and such. Um, no, I'm not on the wrong right there.
I love this thing. This thing's incredible.
I mean, this is pretty much the creative process for all the other little monsters that I've come up with. I start with the eye and then it just grows from that point on. Or
If you,
the eyes.
well, the way you have this drawn right now, if this is the backside of what you drew in the front, that leg that you see at the bottom would actually be gone, because the arm would be in front of it on the left side.
Yeah, this one.
Yep. Yeah.
And this part of this arm here. would actually be somewhat hidden because the leg would be behind it. That actually looks.
Yep, that looks good.
I've never really been good with perspective stuff like that, so I'm kind of lazy, especially when it comes to digital drawing. I will just flip it and I wouldn't change any of that.
Yeah, no, I'm really liking that. I like that a lot. You gotta come up with a name for this thing.
Um, as far as names go, they're never very
Original, like in depth, I should say, the detailed.
yeah, well, I mean, I called one of my dudes eyebrows.
Mm-hmm. So what is this guy Muck?
No, because that would be Pokemon copyright and we'd be sued.
There's a Pokemon. They can't. No, Muck is a term of the. You would not get sued for that.
I know, I know.
Muck
I'm
is an
just
actual term. That'd be like, you can't name it tree because trees are trees, and no, like
no, I know, I know. I'm just there is a
lumpy.
Pokemon name. His name is Lumpy. Okay.
His name should be
I mean,
Marshall. Marsh. Swamp Marsh.
I don't know if you can bring them up, but like all the other monsters that I've done, I mean, some of them really
I could
could
try to find
fit.
them.
I mean, they're on Instagram, so they're not that hard to find.
Yeah, I don't have Instagram on my computer.
Oh, okay.
So I said I could try to find them. Okay, I think I got them. Let's see.
I'm going with a darker color on the teepees so we can see them.
Yeah, okay. So right here, these are four of your other ones. Um, I think that was what Yeti butt in the top left. Um, I don't know the name of any of the other ones.
So the yellow one that has the tentacles, that's Squiggly. And the slimy dude with the fork and the bone and the apple core is Goober. And I think I called that one Tribat, the one in the bottom right.
Okay. Yeah. So these are even something that may end up in the world. Who knows?
Hmm.
Especially if we're going with this kind of style, whatever for something like the way I'm thinking of this is maybe this little guy doesn't actually show up in the world. Maybe this is if there was like a version of World of Warcraft or something, this would be like the equivalent of finding the pet, the in-game pet related to it,
Okay.
So now that we have this, we can make an adult version
An adult version.
and
Okay.
and see what like the menacing terror in the swamp of him looks like. So he would be
I don't like
more
that green.
exaggerated, bigger.
Sorry,
Kind
I'm
of
just
deal.
adding a little bit of color
Oh, of course.
so that like the little things that we've added, we can actually tell what they are.
Hmm.
Change the
I
green up
mean,
for
that's
the
not to say these little
most.
guys wouldn't appear in there somewhere. Like they definitely could, since who knows? We need baby versions of creatures too. They can't all be full size adults.
Mm. Oh, I forgot to add the green to these leaves over here. No, that's not the same grain. It didn't pick up. All right, so we're gonna go 100%. Oh, he's so super creepy, guys. I don't know about this. This is
Just the
scary.
backside. If you didn't see from the back,
You might want to give him a hug and be like, I don't care if I get a little gross and mucky.
right? So that's where it lets your guard down.
And then you put your hands on his back and it goes, nom, 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 and you lose your hands. Okay.
Definitely liking that.
Okay, so I'm gonna save him. And are we gonna go with Lumpy? Oh, we didn't even give him his pet mouse. I have to give him his pet mouse. I'll save it first, so just in case he's. And his pet mouse Scat gets his own little
Scat?
lair. That's what Seb wants to call him, is Scat.
Okay.
I'm gonna put his pet mouse on this guy.
The mouse just eats the fungus right off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I like it. You give him a stripe, so it's not a mouse anymore. It's a chipmunk.
It's for lighting purposes.
No, you totally give him a black and white stripe. I see it. It's a chipmunk.
You're terrible.
Alright, so now let's get this adult menacing version.
Okay. There he is. Okay. File new. We'll use the same size. Okay. We'll use this color. All right. So do we still want the arms to be dragging on the ground,
Yeah,
or
but I think they're gonna be more pronounced, like much bigger distance. Like his legs are gonna. I'd say his legs actually don't even grow. Like his legs are about the same size as the little guy.
okay?
Maybe a little bit more, but the like in comparison to what the legs do versus what the arms do, I think the arms need to be massive. Um, compared to the legs. Can't even see anything you're doing there.
I'm sorry. Is it really hard to see? Oh no, I can see it on the screen. It's fine.
Maybe it's just the angle of my screen.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's something you should probably go back and do too. Is make adult versions of all your little monsters and see what they
Yeah,
would look like all grown up.
that would be interesting. So you liking his lumpy size so far?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think
I
that's
decided
perfect with
I just
the legs really really short like that.
gonna extend the goop a little bit.
Oh, I think he would have all like clusters of fungus and everything now instead of like one or two on his arms. They'd be like almost like a mushroom field. You know what I mean?
hmm I'm giving him a lot of foliage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to even give them leaves because he's just such a,
Yeah, maybe not as the adult.
yeah.
Maybe a stray leaf here and there, but I wouldn't overdo it.
I don't want to I don't want to give him a branch that, goes into his crotch. That just sounds really.
No.
All right. So this is the basic layer for sketching. So I think this is the layer we'll do for his fungus. Um, where do we want to start? Let's start at the top.
Sure. I don't know.
You think that's a good green to start off with?
For like his body color or for the moss or what?
The moss.
Yeah. You could go from that into like a brownish moss too, into a
hmm
yellowish moss. Could have all different moss like splotches. Just kind of all blend together.
Yeah, as far as the mosses, I can easily go in and like do a I don't know how to explain. I'm not good with terminology because I'm still like a noob when it comes to digital, but I can preserve this layer in particular, and then on top of it, I can do an overlay. And what it'll do, will keep this layer intact with its color, but the layer on top of it will only color on the layer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's like an
And then
opaque kind of.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. I can't wait to see what he looks like from the back with the Venus flytrap.
oh
Oh
God,
god.
I forgot I have to do that. That's
Mmm.
gonna, I'm actually kind of terrified. I don't know if I can do that.
Why?
It sounds really scary.
It creeps you out.
Kind of does, yeah.
So does he get a pet raccoon since he's bigger? Nope. Nope. He gets a lump. What's his name?
Scat.
Scat. Nope.
He still
Scat
gets
stays with
scat.
him.
Yeah.
And then maybe grandfather Lumpy has a bear.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Definitely liking this guy. This is the first creature we've added to the world.
Yep. I mean, the other ones are this guy's definitely a thing. He is definitely a thing.
You don't like him. He's scaring you.
I'm I'm a little yeah. He's a little bit yeah, a little bit of the GBs happening here.
He's intimidating you.
Just a little bit.
I definitely think you have to go back, especially if we're gonna incorporate your other creatures
Well,
into the
I
world.
didn't create them in hopes of
No,
that.
I understand that, but I'm saying if we're going to, which is not outside of the realm of possibilities, we definitely have to go through and make adult versions of all of them.
Hmm.
But if not, that's still something I think you need to do.
Okay. I just wanted to accentuate its eye a little bit because I just need to visualize it a little bit more.
Mhm.
Um, Go back to this layer. Add a little bit more moss coming off the other moss.
I'm still really excited to see the Venus flytrap.
I don't know how I'm going to do it.
I know. That's why I'm
I
excited.
really, I really don't.
But I like the whole idea that he uses his little legs to like kick out and then
Kind of like if you're on a swing and you want to get momentum.
yes, exactly. He uses them to kick out and then like fall onto whatever he wants to eat. So it crushes it so it definitely can't escape, you know?
Hmm.
Or he could even swing his little legs to kick things too, you know, like propel them somewhere.
Could you imagine this thing chasing you?
It would be amazing.
Oh God, no, I'd be scared. There's no way I could. I would just faint, I think. I would be like, I'd be so done. I'd be like, I accept my fate right now.
Yeah?
I'd be the worst in like a fantasy land with like a real live MMORPG or something.
I'm gonna probably wrap this up within the next 10 minutes or so.
Okay. So we'll continue with the Venus flytrap
Yeah, we'll
next
we'll
time.
get to the flytrap next week. We'll get the reverse side going.
So what I think I'm gonna do right now is go in and kind of hard line some of the lines
Okay.
so that like right here.
Yeah, the last two episodes we kind of let them run a little bit longer because we had missed a week,
Hmm.
so we're trying to make up for that without doubling the episode. So we've been going over just about half of what we normally do.
Yeah, about a half hour.
So, but this will get us caught up. So it's essentially like it would have been 5 weeks.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah. So where's the fungus gonna be on this guy?
I'm kind of placing the green and the brown right now, and I'm thinking that, especially around this front part of his arm that's kind of like on the right, and put some fungus there.
Because I'm thinking maybe the fungus, the rat, is actually eaten a significant chunk out of it. Then it made a home
Hmm.
within him,
Inside of him.
kind of. It's like the mouse has got he's got the fungus going, but he's eaten the fungus, and he lives in the inside um the mushroom hole.
Okay.
Like a mouse hole, but like in the mushroom.
Okay.
Because it would have been too small for him to do before, as the little creature. But
Hmm.
now that it's bigger, it's accumulated more. It's grown fungus and moss and stuff. There's room for the mouse to have done that.
Okay. So we got that branch coming out. Oh, wait, no, it's not even done yet.
Yeah, and you could definitely include a stray leaf somewhere along it. Like I wouldn't go as much, and I probably wouldn't even use green. I'd probably use like a brown, a yellow, or a red. Like a dying
Hmm.
color. It's distinguished that it's been there for a bit. So I guess we'll just finish this up with you lining the rest of it. Just give him a quick line over.
Oh, the lining's gonna take a bit, I think.
Well, I just meant like the outline, not like all the little details of it. But yeah, definitely in the Discord, which once again you can find below in both the stream and the YouTube link. Make sure to go in there. We'll have some discussions going on about the bog monster. It's uh, what the symbiosis between the mouse and the creature have. Its eating habits, if it's completely carnivorous. If I'm gonna say, I'm thinking that it's not gonna eat plant life, that and fungus and stuff like that. That's what the mouse is doing on it. So that's what's keeping that kind of stuff at bay without getting too overrun. that's kind of what I feel like is going on here. And then the swamp creature actually eats uh, insects and uh, animals and different things like that. So, but we will have some discussions about this in the Discord this week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and once again, really want to kind of hammer down some kind of name for maybe the theme of the world, um, or even maybe give the planet or whatever we want to. I guess it would be a planet, the Earth. What we want to call that, so we can actually hammer down the wiki, so we could start entering entries like this and get these creatures in there, so we can see like everything about them and get it all listed down. So make sure you guys join the Discord so we can get a lot of that talk going. And then when we come in here next week, we'll hopefully have a nice kind of maybe backstory ish kind of like summary of what this creature actually does, how it was created, what it is, that kind of stuff.
And you're all very welcome to contribute to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is, this is as much your world as it is ours.
Yep.
So don't be afraid to comment on the videos. Come to the Discord, make comments there. I mean, I'm trying to have a cohesive thought and try and focus on this at the same time, but
Yeah, it's looking good. And then, like I said, next week we'll come back and we'll get that Venus flytrap going,
oh God.
which is the part I'm looking forward to the most.
Of
So,
course it would be, because you know it's torturing me.
mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.
See you guys.